Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my predictions for the last 16 Champions League, the first leg. And it felt like forever since we just saw the Champions League, man. It was like 2 or 3 months ago, but it feels like eternity ago. Finally, we're going to see Europe's greatest teams face off each other in the Champions League last 16 this season. And we are in for a treat. We got some amazing games. We got Madrid v PSG at PSG Stadium. This is going to be an amazing game because we have stars flooded everywhere across the pitch. We also got Inter Milan, who are top of the Serie A, versus one of the title favourites for the Premier League, Liverpool, as well. But all my days, I'm so excited, as you can see, and let's just hope for more goals, more drama, more entertainment when it comes to the Champions League, because it always delivers every single season. But before going this video, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure you guys like, comment, and hit that big subscribe button right there. And make sure you guys in the comment section give me your own predictions. Who do you think is going to win? So the first game I'm going to be talking about is Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid. And all my days, this is the headliner. This is the main event. We got stars flooded everywhere, like I said. And also, we got so many fairy tale storylines coming into this game as well. We got Ramos returning back to the club where he made himself a legend in the game of football. We got Messi versus Real Madrid. And we know when Messi used to play for Barcelona against Real Madrid, how many goals and assists he used to get. And we also got Mbappe potentially auditioning himself for a move this summer going to Real Madrid. But in terms of this game itself, Madrid versus PSG, PSG versus Madrid in France, the first leg, honestly, these teams are binary opposites, and this is why, in my opinion, it's so hard to predict who's actually going to win. On one hand, we got the reliable, the consistent, the engine of Real Madrid, where we know what we're going to get. We know every single game we're going to get 7 or 8 performances out of 10. We've seen in the Liga, and on the other side, we've got Paris Saint-Germain, who are anything but reliable. We don't know what we're going to get from them. They are the dark horse. They are the wild card. They got all the talent. They got all the players. They got all the luxury signings. But at the end of the day, are they going to be a cohesive unit to actually beat Real Madrid? That's why this is going to be such a hard task to predict. But going in this game, Real Madrid, let me start with them. Like I said, reliable, consistent. We know they're dangerous players up front with Benzema and Vinicius, who are able to score 29 goals in La Liga between those two. Those two are the top goal scorers in La Liga, and honestly, that is an amazing achievement considering the fact they both play for the same team. Just behind them, they got the reliable, world-class, experienced, savvy midfielders who are probably the best free midfield trio in the world. If you want to argue with Manchester City, honestly, I understand as well. But these guys, year in, year out, they know how to deliver in Modric, Kroos and Casemiro as a unit. So honestly, PSG got good reason to be afraid, good reason to be frightened, good reason to be threatened, because we know Ancelotti, obviously his first season, he has found a way to make sure that his possession style based football with attacking authority can flourish in the Champions League and in the Liga. PSG must be wary of this. However, like I said, PSG are the wildcat. They are the bizarre team where we don't know what we're going to get from them. And in this game, Real Madrid got good reason as well to be scared of them themselves. We've seen 2 stories of PSG, and I feel like the 2 games against Manchester City summarised them up perfectly. The first game in France, when they were able to beat Man City by 2 goals, we saw Neymar and Mbappe constantly tracking back for the team, helping out the fullbacks, where Manchester City were overloading on the flanks. But in the second game, it was not like this. It didn't look like a cohesive effort as a unit of a team. They were literally doing what they want, and they weren't helping the fullbacks defend. And that gave Manchester City so many chances, so many opportunities to score goals against PSG. And PSG were lucky they only lost by a cute margin. So going in this game, I know the world-class players like Mbappe and Neymar are going to be characters and they want to be the match winners, but you're going to have to think that it's much more than an individual game. You're going to have to help the team out, even that means being defensive minded, especially since we know Real Madrid are going to have the ballpark of the ball, because this is how Ancelotti likes to set up his side. We have seen in the past PSG play counter-attacking football, and I feel like this is how they're going to set up. So I feel like players like Paredes and Pereira are going to be instrumental in ensuring that PSG have a good defensive unit shape to ensure that Real Madrid do not create that many chances. I think PSG in their peak, they are better than Real Madrid, because we know the front 3 trio can scare any defense. I don't care if you put Van Dijk, Diaz, Thiago Silva in the same team, they're going to be frightened of Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. But I just don't know if I can trust PSG to perform across 90 minutes to ensure that they can get the victory as a team and as a unit. So going in this game, it's going to be hard to predict, like I said. I think it's going to end as a 1-1 draw. The next game I'm going to be predicting is Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United. And oh boy, do both teams need a victory. Both sides were dubbed to be kind of favourites in their league to win their domestic title. However, it has not gone to plan. We got Atletico Madrid, who are actually fighting for a top 4 place this season. And then we got Manchester United on the other hand, who are like 7th in the Premier League table. When they signed Ronaldo and Varane, people are thinking they're going to be able to push Manchester City and Liverpool and Chelsea, but have not fulfilled this promise. So going into this game, both teams really need a victory to have any real success this season in terms of trying to win a trophy. But going in this game, I feel like Manchester United really should like their chances. I know they haven't been playing entertaining, breathtaking football like Manchester City or Liverpool, but I just feel like Atletico Madrid got so many flaws that they can expose. First of all, defensively, Atletico Madrid have not looked like the same side throughout the past 5 or 6 years ago. Yes, they've lost key characters in the dressing room to make sure they have the solidarity in the defence, to make sure they're compact and as a unit, but we've also seen Simeone change his style of football from a 4-4-2 to a 4-3-3, trying to actually attack teams to ensure that they have most of the ball, which has left so much space in behind for the opposition to expose. We've seen Liverpool score so many goals against Atletico Madrid. We even saw Barcelona the other day score 4 goals against Atletico Madrid, and it's not like Barcelona have Messi, Neymar and Suarez, do they? So going in this game, I feel like Manchester United have the quality in the Arsenal to actually expose a very fragile Atletico Madrid side. They've conceded the most goals in Spain in the La Liga, the top half of the table, by conceding 30 goals this season. And this is not the nature of a side you'd expect from a Diego Simeone side. The second reason why I feel like Manchester United should be considered favourites going in this game is because they have Mr. Champions League, Mr. Ronaldo, and we know whenever he faces Atletico Madrid, goals follow him. The record against Atletico Madrid is tremendous, spectacular, out of this world, and I expect this to continue in this game in Spain. Mr. Ronaldo is the reason why Atletico Madrid have not won a Champions League to this day. There's just something about the big games, the big moments that Ronaldo just flourishes in, and I just expect him to deliver yet again against Atletico Madrid. We saw him single-handedly drag Manchester United across the line to secure Champions League qualification this season already, and I just don't expect this to end yet. I know Ronaldo has been on a goal drought for his last 5 games or so, the most since 2010, but this gives even more reason for him to fulfill his promise of destroying Atletico Madrid when it comes to this game. Manchester United aren't world beaters themselves. Yes, they have McTominay, Fred or Matic in the midfield, and it's not going to be entertaining, it's not going to be creative enough, but I just feel like players like Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Ronaldo, they're just going to thrive when the lights are brightest, and we've seen them save Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job so many times, the previous manager, when the lights are brightest, and I expect him to deliver again. So going in this game, I'm actually going to be predicting a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Inter Milan versus Liverpool. And a lot of people have this game a lot closer than we actually think it's going to be. Yes, Liverpool have been scoring goals for fun. Yes, they've been absolutely amazing this season. The only reason Liverpool are not top of the Premier League is because there's an even better side in England, Manchester City, who I'll talk about later on in this video. But Inter Milan themselves, they aren't no slouches. Yes, they've lost Lukaku. Yes, they've lost characters like Conte, the one leading the helm, securing them their first Serie A in God knows how long. Yes, they've lost Hakimi. But they've literally plugged in the gaps of these quality players and characters in their dressing room. They've brought managers like Inzaghi, who's been absolutely fundamental to their success this season. They brought in players like Dzeko, who, although is past his best, has been scoring goals and turning back the time this season. And they even got Dumfries, who's replaced Hakimi, who has been sensational going down the right-hand side. So Liverpool shouldn't be laughing at Inter Milan as if they're slouches, because there's a reason why they are top of the Serie A, even though they've lost their world-class players. It just feels like they have a winning culture established at that club, even though they've been in financial turmoil in the last year or so. So Liverpool have to be on their A game, and Liverpool have to show appropriate fear. Inter Milan obviously playing a 3 at the back, which will transition to a 5 at the back at times in this game due to Liverpool's suffocating nature when it comes to pressing teams and creating chance after chance relentlessly. But at the end of the day, I feel like Inter Milan can't be boxed in too much, because their 3 at the back system is going to look like a 5 at the back system, and their wing backs are not going to be able to get up in the pitch, which is going to be vital and critical for them creating chances for Dzeko. We have seen Liverpool's fullbacks like Alexander-Arnold prove why he's one of the best players in the world, and Robertson, but because their starting position is so high, it's going to give so many opportunities if Inter Milan are brave enough to transition the ball quick enough to ensure that they can use the flanks to create chances for Edin Dzeko. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to bet against the team I support, Liverpool FC. We're too dangerous. We have too many talented players, especially in the final third. Salah's coming back off the African Cup of Nations. Disappointing, having a point to prove this year. We also got Diaz, who had an amazing game against Leicester City, showing why he's worth the 40-50 million we spent on him. And I haven't even mentioned players like Mane, mentioned players like Firmino, who's going to be there as well. Even Diego Jota, who's been dragging us for the last few games or so. Liverpool should be favourites, and because of this, I think we're going to be able to break down a resilient Inter Milan side, and we're going to win 2-1. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Sporting versus Manchester City, and another amazing game up for display when it comes to the Champions League. And let me just start off with the home side, Sporting. And they've shown some great character, great personality to actually qualify in the Champions League going into last 16. When you had some doubters, I know there were some people's dark horses, but some doubters thought Ajax and Dortmund were the clear favourites to qualify for the round of last 16. But they have beat some quality sides like Dortmund, who actually got to the quarterfinals last season, and they also beat Besiktas as well. So Sporting are a good team, and Manchester City can't take them lightly. But at the end of the day, I can't bet against the English champions. The best team in Europe, most people's favourites to actually win the whole competition. They're undefeated in the last 14 games, winning 13 of them in a row. So at the end of the day, how can I bet against the Manchester City side who, in mid-season form, mid-season drift, are just destroying every side they come against? Yes, they might be missing Kyle Walker, but we see how Cancelo, the way he's controlling and dictating games from that left-back position himself, I don't feel like Kyle Walker is going to be a massive miss. Manchester City, in the final third, just have too much quality up their sleeves with players like Foden, Sterling, Grealish, whoever you want to play. Rodri in the midfield, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, I haven't even mentioned when he's one of the front runners as well for PFA Player of the Year. So how are Sporting going to stop this due to the fact that Manchester City have been able to accumulate up to 57, 58 goals in the Premier League compared to Sporting, who conceded 12 goals in their last 6 games when it came to their Champions League? Yes, in recent seasons, Manchester City have blown leads, they have lost to underdogs, teams they should be beaten, and Champions League is a stage made for miracles. For Sporting, maybe one of the teams to write their name in this chapter. We've seen Lyon do it, we've seen Ajax do it in the past. Can Sporting do it? But I just feel like in the recent years, Manchester City have grown up, they've matured, and they are mentally tough enough to literally overcome these obstacles when it comes to the round of 16. And I don't see them losing to Sporting away from home. So going in this game, I think it's going to be a straightforward victory for Manchester City. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 dominating display for Manchester City. So the next game I'm going to be predicting quickly is Chelsea versus Lille. And I got no idea how Chelsea have been able to fraud it again, the way they were able to draw Lille back-to-back draws. I don't know if they're paying UEFA, even though they finished second in the group. It could have been a lot worse. They could have got Bayern Munich, they could have got Real Madrid, but no, they got Lille, who are 11th place as we speak in Ligue 1 right now. So Chelsea couldn't have thought of a better team to play, and honestly, they should be the clear-cut favourites going into this game. Yes, Chelsea have had some major injuries due to Reece James and Chilwell, and the Lukaku dark cloud hanging over them in the last month or so, not scoring that many goals. Yes, it's not good, and yes, it's not ideal, but you could have asked for a better team to face in Lille, like I said, who are 11th place right now. Chelsea should be winning this game easily. Tuchel ball is really effective, especially in the Champions League. We've seen them go to back-to-back Champions League finals, so I don't see them getting knocked out this early in the Champions League against a Lille side who are very poor. With the only real reason them qualifying for the round of 16 because they had a very, very Europa League type of group with teams like Wolfsburg, teams like Salzburg. They really should be going through. And now they're going to be jumping and go for quality in terms of the team they're facing against. So honestly, I think it's going to be a straightforward victory for Chelsea. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. So the next game I'm going to be predicting quickly as well, Salzburg versus Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich as well, man, got a favourable draw, but they deserve it because they finished top of their group. Bayern Munich, honestly, yes, they've been inconsistent this season. Now Guzman's still trying to find his feet as a Bayern Munich manager compared to previous sides in the past. Yes, they lost to Mönchengladbach 5-0 in the German Cup, and upsets can really happen in the Champions League. But I just don't think Salzburg are the team to do this. Bayern Munich, we know historically, always get to the quarterfinals or the semi-finals at least in latter stages of the Champions League. And I just don't see Salzburg beating Bayern Munich because of this reason. They're very consistent. They got very, very very talented world-class players like Kimmich, who's having a wonderful season. Lewandowski, we know who he is. Players and teammates saying that he should have really won the Ballon d'Or this season. We got other players like Gnabry, Sane, Muller. So it's going to be hard and difficult to really find reasons why Salzburg will overcome this. Yes, Davis is injured, their left back, who's been one of the best players at that position in recent years or so. But I don't think the game's going to come down to this. I feel like Bayern Munich will make a domineering display away from home to ensure that they can rest their world-class players at home. And I think it's going to be a straightforward victory. I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory for the away side Bayern Munich. So thank you guys for watching my video. Remember to give your opinions and thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts as well with the other games like VIllareal and Juventus, which I'm going to give my predictions right here as well. And other results as well between Ajax and Benfica, which is going to be an amazing, curious game to watch. But let me know in the comment section your thoughts. Who do you think is going to win all these 8 games we're going to be able to see